Hello everyone. Today I'll be demonstrating to you a time logger plugin that we created as a part of a course project. The plugin is an extension to Visual Studio IDE. The Visual Studio instance that you're currently seeing on my screen has a time logger feature embedded in it. As you can see, the new command is appearing under the Tools menu. The text for the new command is record my task ticks. Let me brief you about how we accomplished this. We basically used VS Package, a software package that can be customized to extend Visual Studio functionalities. The important files to be modified in this VS Package project are the VSCT file and the project class file. Let me open up the VSCT file for you. VSCT basically stands for Visual Studio Command Table. VSCT file is a resource kind of a semi-structured file that holds all attribute information of custom commands in Visual Studio environment. If you look at the VSCT file for our plugin currently shown on my screen, the highlighted section defines the different attribute value paths of the new command. The positioning of the new command can be varied using the priority attribute. That is, you can assign higher priority so that the command appears on the top of the menu list. You can also add an icon file for your command using the icon element. The text for the command, like record my task ticks in this case, can be changed using the button text element. The command name element here is used to associate an event handler which is to be invoked when the new command is clicked. The logic for the event handler is implemented in the class file generated by default for the VS Package project. This is the class file that I was talking about. As stated before, this event handler gets invoked when the new command is clicked. It does the job of displaying the task window. As you can see in the code, firstly the main parent container is created. Then we are creating a stack panel control. This control specifies a layout for its child elements such that they are arranged relative to each other, either horizontally or vertically. In simple terms, the positioning of a child element is based on the arrangement of other elements in the layout. Timer control is a custom singleton user control that we created. An instance of that is created and added to the stack panel control. The stack panel control is then made the content of the main window. You see a window style property here. By setting it to tool window, we have disabled the maximize and minimize options for it. Finally, the task window is shown. Let me go ahead and demonstrate it for you. When you click on the new command, a task window does open. You can also see that it opens up with a default task list. This list is populated from an Excel file. This file is a log file where the relevant time logging data for each task is stored or rather saved. Let me show you the log file. It just mimics the basic log file structure with relevant time related columns. There is a hidden column in this file which I'll talk about in some time. The first visible column holds the task names. As mentioned before, it is from this column that the task window populates the task names. The second column is last access date. Anyone would wonder why there is last access date column besides latest end time column. The last access date column records the most recent time the task was accessed from the plugin. Only this time related column gets updated when a task is removed or deleted from the task window. This column will be useful to know when a task was removed or deleted. The column latest end time only records the most recent time when logging for that task was stopped. This is basically the difference between them. The third and the fourth columns are pretty straightforward. The total effort column is displayed in days, hours, minutes, seconds format. Now I'll initiate time logging for multiple tasks simultaneously and show how the log data gets saved. Note that the text for the start button changes to started, denoting that the time logging for the task has started. Now I will stop time logging for all those tasks. You can see the text of stop button also changing in similar fashion. All the tasks are expected to have almost the same tiny task durations updated as effort against them in the log file. Let us check that now in the log file. Yep, all the efforts are similar and have been updated correctly to their respective tasks. Any new duration gets added up to their already saved effort for the task. So let me show you that. So let's do time logging again for one of the stop tasks, say break. So in the log file, we can see that the effort has increased. So the new duration has got saved to the corresponding task in the log file. Also, the plugin allows you to remove any task from task window. Say I remove break task from the task window. I give yes. You can see that the task gets immediately deleted from the task window. The next time I open a new task window, the break task should not appear in it. And you can see it doesn't appear. Intuitively, deleting the corresponding task record from the log file would seem to be the right option. But that should not be done because we may require the log data of any task anytime in future. So we introduced a hidden column named is used in the log file. So here is the column is used, and you can see that it is set to n for only the break task. And this update happened when I removed this task from the task window. This column's value for each task is checked before loading the task window, and it has to be Y for the task to be populated. This column ensures that a removed task will not appear in the subsequent runs of the plugin. The plugin also allows adding new tasks. So if you see in the task window, there is an option to add new task at the bottom. When you click on it, a new control opens up. It takes in the new task name as input. You can see that this control hides all the other controls in the tool window. The XAML code will explain it better. You can see that it is already there in the task window design at margin 0, but is in collapsed visibility state. We are just making it visible when the button for adding new tasks is clicked. After enabling, the control will fit over the entire task window such that any click event will be handled by it and not the task window. This ensures that the user cannot access any other control until a task name is supplied or the operation is cancelled by him. So let me enter some task name and show you how it gets added up. So once the task name has been entered, I accept. The new task name appears in the task window. And you will notice that the task window adjusts its size accordingly. The logic for it is implemented in the data context changed event handler for the control. This handler is basically called whenever the underlying data of the task window changes. Here in the code you can see that the height and width of the task window is changed to new values based on the total number of tasks. Let's see the log file. Hopefully it should contain the new task. And as expected, it reflects the new task. And you can see that the new task is included as a new record in the log file, a complete record in the log file. So guys, I hope this attempt to explain a time logger that we implemented was informative enough. I believe everyone enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Bye.